Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coach Report with head volleyball coach Emily Mansur. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you, Stephen.
Coach, team's now off to a 5-2 start to the year. Your overall thoughts as the year is now 7 matches in?
And I think we are definitely having a decent start. We are working hard as a team. There is a lot to be improved, a lot to be done by the time the CAA gets here, but we see the team is working hard on the gym and it's transfer at certain points on the volleyball court.
You just recently, last week, went 2-2, wins over Stony Brook and Sacramento State and losses to Cal State Northridge and UNLV. Just talk about last week, the atmosphere at the home opener against Stony Brook and just overall your trip to UNLV.
The home opener versus Stony Brook was great. I want to thank everybody that came. That was really exciting. I hope everybody comes back, that they enjoyed the match. The team played hard. They really protect our home court at the rec, which was great. That was a good way to start the home stretch that we're going to have starting next week. Then going to UNLV, it was not as consistent as we would like to have. We had chances to come back with a better record than we didn't. As a coach, all I can do is come back, take a look at the game and see what we can get better to not let that happen again.
You mentioned the UNLV trip. The loss to Northridge is probably the really one that's eating away at you. Team's up 2-0 in the match and you end up losing in 5 sets. Is there something you've been able to pinpoint that change the complexion of that match, or is it kind of just learn from it and move on?
We definitely have to learn from it, and it keeps coming back in my mind. I wish I could say just move on and it's over. It's not. As a coach, I got to figure out how to help the team on those momentums, to not let that momentum change, and it's something that didn't happen, and it's really unfortunate because it cost us the win, but we definitely, I know I, as a coach, can definitely learn from it and be able to teach our team and make our team better to not let that happen again.
Then you move on to that. You drop a tough 3-setter to UNLV. You're pretty competitive in 2 of the sets. And then you follow that up with a very strong 4-set win over Sacramento State. How important was ending that trip with a win over a quality program like that?
Oh no, it was great. Going there, we knew it was going to be hard. As I said the previous week, we knew it was a step up from what we had played before. So we didn't expect to get there and just win every match, but we wanted to definitely compete. And I think we didn't compete the way that we know we could. Otherwise, I think it could have been different outcomes. But it was really, really nice to see the team step up after 2 losses and being able to take a win to come home against Sacramento State, which is a very good team.
Was there any player or players that really impressed you last week during your 4 matches?
One thing that was interesting was I think Leticia Polanco had her worst match versus Isam. She really disappeared on that match, but it was really impressive to see her coming back and have a strong performance on the next 2. So for me, that was the first time that I saw her on her lowest and be able to rebound and play well the next 2. That was something that was really impressive and really good as a coach to know she's able to do. I think our new setter, Louisa Siddick, did a very good job. She really stepped up. Hannah has been great leading and teaching her how we do things here at Hofstra and how we run our offense, what is our system, and I think Louisa is learning, and it was good to see her taking the leadership at the last match and playing really well. We just needed a change, and she was able to be consistent for us throughout the match, but I think we had different players that appear in different momentums. We just got to get everybody to appear at the same time.
And you mentioned Leticia named to the all-tournament team at the Rebel Challenge. Another week, another in-season tournament. This week you head up to Syracuse, where you'll play Syracuse, Siena, and number 17th ranked Penn State. Just talk about the tournament as a whole.
Again, I said last week, every week is a step up, and this is another step up, and I'm very excited. I think it's great for our student athletes to be able to compete at this level, to get to see a top team and 2 other competitive teams, but I'm looking forward to go there. Syracuse had an amazing year last year, so it's a program on the ACC that's very competitive. Penn State, as you said, is right now number 17 of the country, but has won multiple national championships. And Siena, we always have a good match and tough match against them. So I think it's going to definitely be a step up to prepare us for what we're going to see in 2 weeks.
specifically that Penn State match. Obviously, that was part of your goal with the scheduling philosophy this season. You're playing a ranked team in the regular season for the first time since 2008, and the first time overall since the 2014 NCAA tournament. What's the ultimate learning area that you want your student athletes to get from that match, win or lose?
We have to compete. Doesn't matter who's on the other side again. They are an amazing team, but we have to be ourselves and we have to play Hofstra volleyball. We cannot be impacted on who is on the other side of the court, and this is something that I'm looking forward for us as a program to be able to get to that point, because I think we have very good student athletes. We just have a lot of up and downs where the better teams, the ranked teams, don't have the up and downs that we have. So I'm very excited to get to play them and to just let our girls go out there and do the best that they can against the best that's out there.
And then, Coach, quick turnaround back home on the 13th, back at the Fitness Center against Seton Hall. We'll see you again next week. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us in the W. Mason Coach Report with head volleyball coach Emily Mansur.